Vostok assault units discovered a foreign weapons depot in the southern Donetsk region. This was reported to TASS by the commander of the unit, whose call sign is Volga.
Don't forget to leave your opinion about the video in the comments, subscribe and like.
Есть? Все, Тигр, отходим.
Fire damage was inflicted on heavy equipment and personnel belonging to the Ukrainian armed forces in Zaporizhzhia, on weapons and ammunition depots in Vasilkiv and Fastiv, near Kiev, and on Ukrainian forces in Sumy. Explosions were also heard in the Kharkiv and Dnipropetrovsk regions. The video shows the advance, the identification of the target, and the ambush of a pickup truck. As a result of the ambush, 4 soldiers from the Ukrainian armed forces were neutralized. I cannot publish the entire video here as it does not comply with YouTube community guidelines. Don't forget to join our Telegram group. Russian armed forces personnel destroyed a drone launch pad in the village of Ingulets. Russian air forces destroyed a Ukrainian forces drone launch pad in the village of Ingulets. What do you think the size of these FABs is? 500, 1,500, or 3,000? Russian mobile groups' operations against Ukrainian kamikaze UAVs in the Belgorod region.
Если он сейчас ебанет куда-нибудь, то так пизда будет.
A pickup truck racing with a drone lost the race on dirt roads in the middle of fields in the Kharkiv region. The 6-person crew suffered minor injuries. What kind of ammunition is in this drone? Wow. Epic, unique footage. A Russian soldier engages in close combat with a Ukrainian FPV drone. The Russian soldier, already slightly wounded, cannot run away. There is nowhere to escape in such an open area, so he makes the right decision and fires to destroy the drone. Fighting drones is not as easy as it is in military training. Everything is different on the front lines, high heart rates, tense moments. Every second is precious. Be sure to write your thoughts in the comments. The soldier survived with minor injuries.
Да. Меня уебало. Уебало. Уебало мне. Брос, пидорас. А? Пока. Да. Отходим, оттягиваемся. Ага, нога целая. Нога целая. Куда уходим? Где?
The Ministry of Defense reported that the crew of the Zemla Daily mine clearance system deprived the Ukrainian armed forces of supplies in the Krasnoarmeysk direction.
Работаю.
A Garand 2 UAV attacked a warehouse used by the Ukrainian armed forces in the village of Peremogha in the Sumy region. Combat operations by Buryat reconnaissance units attached to the 37th Separate Guards Motor Rifle Regiment of the Russian Armed Forces Vostok Group. The units destroyed a Ukrainian pickup truck in the direction of South Donetsk. The VT-40 fiber optic FPV drone operator destroyed a storage facility containing 155mm M203A1 shells for 155mm cannons with a firing range of up to 30 kilometers. The second prototype of the B-21 Raider strategic bomber has completed its maiden flight. The first prototype took to the skies on November 10, 2023. The U.S. plans to purchase between 100 and 200 of these bombers to expand its strategic aviation fleet. Calculations from the Molniya 2 aircraft belonging to the Ivanovo parachutists destroyed the control points of the Ukrainian Armed Forces UAVs in the village of Nikolaevka. Russian FPV drones struck the Ukrainian Armed Forces supply lines via fiber optic cables. A month ago, the enemy was surrounded, and the only supply corridor for the Ukrainian Armed Forces coastal fortifications was provided by sea and air. A Ukrainian reconnaissance UAV recorded the attack by a Russian Molniya kamikaze UAV on enemy positions in the Pokrovsk region. Don't forget to join our Telegram group. This Russian soldier escaped 2 UAVs. Footage of combat involving assault units belonging to the Central Military Group in the direction of Krasnoarmeysk. A fighter from the Eleisk motorized rifle unit was passing through an open area at the edge of the forest when, in the twilight, UAVs swarmed him like mosquitoes. Experience, composure, and quick thinking allowed him to escape the drones and continue on his way. The soldier later reached the main assault unit group. 1. Calculations by the Tank Army's UAVs regarding the destruction of Ukrainian Armed Forces personnel and equipment. After the UAV control point was destroyed, 4 Russian soldiers moved to capture positions. At the same time, FPV operators continued to destroy other equipment. More footage of the highly successful work of the drone operators of the Steel Guard, 144th Division, Krasnolymansk direction. Russian drone operators destroyed all Ukrainian forces' vehicles in this direction. Some vehicles appeared to be civilian, but were identified as being used by Ukrainian soldiers. Sometimes soldiers hide in civilian vehicles or can appear to be civilian. Share your thoughts on this topic in the comments. Numerous vehicles destroyed. Krasnolymansk direction. 2 assault units from the 144th Motorized Rifle Division are leveling the enemy fort with its personnel, bombarding it with heavy high-explosive shells and grenades, followed by light weapons. Footage of the attack was recorded second by a reconnaissance UAV. Russian soldiers fearlessly approach the shelter and blow it up by throwing explosives inside. A Russian reconnaissance drone operator detected another Ukrainian forces shelter under construction in the Kupiansk direction. As seen in the video, there are many logs and planks in front of the shelter. The fiber optic drone destroyed the shelter with precision. Donetsk Front, Konstantinovka direction. Objective monitoring of the powerful strike delivered by FAB 500 on the UAV control point belonging to Ukrainian forces in the village of Roskoshnoye. According to a statement from the Russian Ministry of Defense, Western forces destroyed enemy personnel, equipment, and positions using kamikaze drones and 2 S-19 MSTAs self-propelled howitzers in the Special Operations Zone. Objective footage of Russian forces' activities. The Ukrainian armed forces destroyed an American International Max Pro armored vehicle using KVN fiber optic FPV drones in the Sumy region. Donetsk Front, Pokrovsk direction. A group of Ukrainian forces infantrymen were hiding in a ruined building in the village of Udakhny. Russian fiber optic drones first destroyed the building. Kherson Front. Objective control of combat operations conducted by artillery units of the 18th Airborne Division, Dnipro, at positions identified by the Armed Forces of Ukraine on Korabel Island. A drone attack on a pickup truck carrying dry cargo toward the port. The infantrymen spotted the Russian drone at the last moment and managed to escape. The Russian Defense Ministry announced that the Russian armed forces foiled 2 attempts to turn the Ukrainian armed forces in the direction of Konstantinovsky. Ukrainian soldiers stole the Russian drone, loaded it into a pickup truck, and tried to lose them in the woods. However, another Russian drone operator intercepted and destroyed the Ukrainian truck before it got too far away. In the Seversk direction, FPV UAV operators of the 3rd Combined Arms Army of the South Troop Group detected and destroyed the UAV control center from which the UAV of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, Baba Yaga, was launched. The Russian Defense Ministry reported that UAV operators of the 7th Guards Airborne Division destroyed infantry near the settlement of Plavny in the Zaporizhzhia region, disrupting the rotation of the Airborne Forces Command. ATV crew flee in panic after spotting Russian drones. The ATVs they left behind were destroyed. Don't forget to join our Telegram group. Footage of the destruction of 2 Ukrainian pickups in Kharkiv region. The enemy's movement is under full control of the northerners' FPV calculations. Any vehicle lagging behind or moving in the direction of the LBS is instantly destroyed. In the Seversk direction, artillery from Russian reconnaissance troops destroyed another Ukrainian armed forces UAV control center. The Special Forces of the South Group discovered and destroyed a temporary displacement point of the Ukrainian forces. FPV UAV operator manages to fly underground. The temporary deployment point was destroyed with a powerful explosion.